that's the way to do it. You can't think you can do everything, especially as a business owner. No matter what it is, we always want to wear the hats and keep your hand in here, keep the pulse. But at some point, you have to let go and let the experts do their thing.
You're an inspiration to our entire organization.
Welcome to the Gym Marketing Made Simple podcast. We're going to be talking the done-for-you marketing and sales strategies proven to work with boutique fitness gyms to increase quality lead flow and grow your revenue. Don't try to be a professional marketer and waste tons of money. Let the experts at Lasso do it for you. And now, here are your hosts, Blake Ruff and Sherman Merricks.
All right, guys, here we go. Another episode of Gym Marketing Made Simple. Today, we have a special guest, Dario Aviles from North Naples CrossFit. So, first of all, Dario, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, man. So, let's sort of jump right into it. How long has the gym been around? I like to ask that question because it'll help sort of frame a lot of things.
Yeah, 2013, so 12 years. We just celebrated our 12-year anniversary April 1st. So, learned a lot.
Yeah. So you were back, so 2013. I mean, you were doing it in the wildfire days, but we were just
open the doors, let it happen.
Correct. The old Rogue versus Again Faster days, man.
Is it Kill Cliff or is it Fit Aid? What are we doing?
Yeah, man. So, you've been on with us for a little while, but you've done some other things in the past. So as far as mentoring and stuff go, I believe that we almost worked together at another mentoring company, but then I got out in the middle of the night. So we sort of missed each other on that. But let's talk about some of the things that you've sort of learned over the years. I would say give the listeners, from a decade plus experience, give the listeners one or two things that you believe are vital to affiliate ownership success.
Not treating it as a hobby. Like if you're looking to just a place to work out, because opened at 24 years old, I was like, I'm just going to work out with my buddies. That's what it is. But treating it as a true business and always continuing to see that the landscape's always changing. So always seeking to get better and really honing in your expertise. So mentorship that we work with, best hour of their day. The standard is a standard. You probably heard that. Just recently took the Bird Box seminar with Birdie, and he said the standard is a standard. However, our standard is mastery and excellence. So that's really what we're striving for down here in Naples.
That's good. Now, I want to jump right into it. So you've been working with us for a little bit. Let's talk about some of the success. So 3 months, So let's talk about some of the success that you've had, because it's been crazy.
It's been phenomenal, man. I look at obviously the P&L, but I'm always looking at numbers daily. That's like part of my routine. I think over from last year, I looked yesterday at 27.5%, maybe a little bit higher. Just this year, the over 20% increased our retention. The biggest thing that's definitely helped has been the sales process and the mentoring that you guys have provided, and sitting down one-on-one, because you guys both know how CrossFit affiliateship works and the way people think. So the biggest thing has been the training and the influx of people. What I love how you guys do it is, rather than just doing Google ads and using stock images, you really try to figure out our vibe at our gym and try to get our ideal avatar, which has been awesome. And the leads that come in, they're hot, dude. They're hot.
I was just pulling up some data. It looks like the prior 3 months you had 26 signups, which 12 is great, but the last 3 months you've had 60 signups in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is just like insane. And these aren't like, like you're charging very little. Like you signed up in March, you signed up 16 for over $3,200.
Yeah.
So, your ARM of those people was $200 each, and the cost per sign up. So like basically you were spitting out $140 and you're getting $70 in return every single time.
It's been great.
Yeah, and it stayed right at that 200 mark. So like, or actually in February it was 233. So the thing for, I think, cost per sign up was like $90. It was insane. So I think the thing for people to realize is like, yeah, you've signed up 60 people, but this isn't like a cheap offer.
No.
Like, I think one of the things people, when they come to us, are always like, they assume it's like a bait and switch or like low barrier, but like it's like the total opposite. Like, tell us a little bit about just like the experience of like, here's the thing. Like, we always want to tell people that like, this is work, right? Like 100%. Nowhere in life do you just be like, hey, I'm going to sign up 25 people and I get to do nothing. Like, anytime you have to make money, it's going to require a little bit of effort, right?
100%. So it takes money to make money, but also you guys told me that I always had this is a long game. So if you're thinking, hey, it's the 6-week challenge, the New You challenge, where you're going to get a big influx of people and it's every 6 weeks you're churning. We want to get quality people that are going to stay. And that's been our success in the last few months working with you guys. So we've had great success in the short term. I'm excited for the long term because in my head I'm like, hey, I'm just going to let this work out. Yeah, we're offering a premium product because we're offering a premium service. So I'm not going to downgrade what we offer at all.
Yeah, I like that. And, even when we get on the sales calls, when someone reaches out to us about working with Lasso, I always tell them, hey, like, you hear about guys and girls that absolutely crush it. Like Dario, like, you're absolutely crushing it, +8 on top of what you're already doing, which is a game changer. But I tell people, this is a consistent long-term game, right? Like, this isn't something that you jump into. Oh, I tried it for 3 months and I didn't get 20 signups per month. Like, that's not the way this thing works long-term. If you're thinking about having a business, right? Like, for me, like, I had my gym for 13 years.
Yeah.
If when I made decisions, I tried to think, okay, when I was at year 5, I'm just making numbers up. Okay, how's it going to impact my business in year 7 if I do this? Not like, oh, I want to see what it looks like in 2 months. And I'm by no means saying you shouldn't be good about your finances or anything like that. But you have to understand that, like, I always tell people, a huge testimonial for us is someone that signs up with us and then 18 months later, 24 months later, they've doubled their revenue.
Yeah.
That's a huge testimonial for us, right? And like, a lot of times people be like, oh yeah, that'll be pretty good. But then when you see 24 months of work to double your revenue, like, it's a consistent thing. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not fun at times, but I like when people come in like you guys that, I've known for years, and you guys have success right out of the gate. Obviously, that's always fun as well to sort of witness and watch.
Yeah, it's definitely been it's been nice. Like I said, year over year, we're over 27%. So I'm excited to see what at the end. And what is it, May? 5 months in.
May.
With you guys for 3 months. So I'm excited to see, especially, everybody around has that summer lull. Everybody's going on vacations and whatnot. But there's no doubt that I know we're going to continue to see these numbers throughout the summer, especially when fall hits right before holidays. So I'm very, very excited.
So Dario, I want to ask, it doesn't matter from our viewpoint, like, why did you, like, you have all this expertise, like other mentor companies, and like have a really good solid base. Like, what was the main thing that like you wanted to reach out to us for?
You guys are the SME in that space, in the digital marketing, right? Everybody goes on their settings on their phone and they see how much time people spend on their phone, on their devices, whether it be scrolling. So you want to constantly be in their face, right? What they say, people have like a 5 to 10 second, they're just scrolling and then they forget, oh, I'll come back to it. But if you're constantly in your face, so many people, even at the fire department, are, hey, I see you all the time. Like, you're doing a great job. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cause
wait, I'm not doing anything, but somebody is, right?
100%. I don't take any of the credit. I'm just like, I got people way smarter than me and better than that. And that's the way to do it. You can't think you can do everything, especially as a business owner. No matter what it is, we always want to wear the hats and keep your hand in here, keep the pulse. But at some point, you have to let go and let the experts do their thing.
Yeah, that just reminds me. I was looking at Scott Ramage's one of his videos he posted the other day. Like, if you're having to work all the time while you're on vacation, like you don't own a business, you own a job. So like
1,000.
if you're having to put your hats on everything and do everything, like you're just basically on payroll. And you're probably, and the thing about it is, and I always say this, is like, if you let experts do it, they will do it faster and better than you and get a better result. And you'll probably waste way less money than trying to do it on your own.
For sure.
Right? So I think that's a huge thing for people to realize is like everybody, like we hear it all the time. Well, I have somebody on my staff that can do it. I'm like, you don't understand how much we spend per month to understand what works. Like,
1,000%.
yeah, we make it look easy, but in any profession, they make it look, I'm watching these guys do landscaping over here. I'm like, dude, my edging doesn't look that good, but it's because they do it all the time.
The reps, yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's a huge thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever read the book Essentialism. Really good book. I recommend it to anybody. Basically, think about you have your circle, which is you, and then there's little arrows going everywhere. So if you're constantly doing this and that, you could go at a crawl space, or you could designate that given task to an expert such as you guys, and it's just the exponential result, right? So why not put if you want to grow your business, let the experts do their thing.
No, that's good. That's good. Well, tell me this, because you talked about, you mentioned it a couple of times. You sort of mentioned the sales process. Like I like the sales side. Like, what have you really enjoyed about the sales process since coming on with us that we've sort of maybe taught you or something?
Or even changed.
The way, so I don't do any of the sales, right? So, Blake, you talked about having a job versus a business. So Shayla, our GM, Sherman, you've known her for a while, letting her take over that, and you guys train her up to the speed that you guys know how. I've seen her close rate and more so her confidence on approaching objectives, or people saying no to this or that, and how to bundle and be confident with the packages that we're offering. So, and also you guys definitely helped with, we offered PT and nutrition, but it was kind of only when people asked. Right now it's like, it's the front end offer. Like, hey, you can do fitness and nutrition and some hybrid with PT. Okay, no. Okay, what's the next step? Let's do group and PT. No, group and nutrition. So that has definitely helped, right? Because I don't know it all. So, and definitely the confidence in Shay I've definitely seen, and our whole staff has been great.
Yeah, I believe that. First of all, like I've known Shayla for a while. Like that's why I was so shocked when we first got on the call. I was just, like, I knew she was in Naples. Yeah. So for you guys listening, when I had my first gym, we were renting a small space from a gymnastics spot. Shayla was a coach there, and like the salesman I am, I would try to get her every day. I was like, hey, you should do this CrossFit. I'm coaching. I don't know if I could do that, but I would see her out there doing like this gymnastics. I'm like, of course you can do it, And I finally got her, and then she was a member for years and years. So, like, it's cool for me to be able to sort of on a personal level to help her and see her have success and all of that stuff too. Yeah. So, no, that's great. I think that the sales process is one of those things, though, that, if I'm being honest, Dario, a lot of people, they'll come in and they'll be like, hey, like, I really don't. Basically, they'll be like, I don't want to hear a lot about the sales process. I want to hear about these leads coming in. And we always tell them, listen, I understand that you think you're good at sales, but like, you may be, but let us help you as well, because this is what we do, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we can help you be better. Yeah. And when we have people coming in sort of not open to sort of the sales training, we know they're probably not going to have long-term success, because it's only a matter of time before something isn't right, and then it's just not working.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing that I knew. Do you guys, the quality you guys do on the marketing side, but that sales process, but that and doing that one-on-one with Shay and the stuff like that, and what you have guys kept coming on with Pinnacle. I'm excited for her to come back with a bunch of nuggets and amped up. That definitely sold me right off the bat.
Good. Yeah. No, I like that. Dario's dropping all the so Pinnacle, which for some of you guys that don't know what that is, we started sort of a new group for, I like to say, elite level gym owners. You have to be doing over $30,000 per month, have to have some things in place. But we're going to be getting together. Our first kickoff meeting is in Dallas in a couple weeks, and we just want to help gym owners be even better. But the thing that's sort of unique about this one, we're not talking about whole life insurance or selling lawnmowers or whatever some of these guys talking about. We're going to be talking about gym ownership and gym ownership only. So to get your gym, whether it's one location, multiple locations, to 100, 200 grand per month in revenue. So I'm excited to kick this off. But yeah, that's what Pinnacle is for you guys that don't know. But I enjoy when someone comes on that really enjoys the sales process, trying to get us in front of their team. Because even if, like, one of the things I say, even if the leads sort of slow down, which it is a cyclical thing, right? Sometimes you get a ton of leads, sometimes you get a few less. But if you're great at sales, you're always going to be consistent around the numbers that you're signing up, and it just makes everything better long term. Yeah. So, I like that.
The quality of the leads we've been getting in, they're really warm, and they're basically hot. They're ready to. They come in your door, so they come in your door for a reason. It took time out of their day. If you don't have that sales process dialed in, then they want you to ask. They want you to ask for that sale. They want you to help with the results that they're looking for. But so if you don't know how to offer it on a platter and say, this is what you need, then you're just spinning your wheels.
Yeah, no, I like where you say that, people, dang, I forgot what I was going to say.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you're on Aldi. How much are you spending per month between like mentorship and everything?
Mentorship and classes, probably close to $3,000 to $4,000 a month. On just that. And
yeah. And then what do you think the return's been on that?
10x at minimum. And that's been, and again, that goes back to long term. So you don't go take a class and you're going to see, I'm going to take this mastery class and I should come back and I should 100x, but constant throughout the years, and that's what people think. We've become a society with Amazon, boom, one click, that shit's in some places, a drone's dropping that stuff off. So constantly grinding, constantly trying to evolve and stuff. Like I said, 10x at minimum.
Yeah. I think that's, a lot of people are afraid to spend money, but they don't realize that, like, yeah, there's things that we've done that are like, hey, we tested out for like 6 months or even a year. Like, to be totally transparent, we've tested out a year for like a VA service and we've invested in a lot of money in it. And we realized, like, hey, it didn't work, but at least we know now, right? Like, but that's a part of business sometimes. Like, then we can say, hey, we gave it 100%, it didn't work. And we're not saying that, like, by far, like, mentorship and paid marketing doesn't work, but we're saying you have to invest in things to get a return. And not everything is going to be like, 10x day one, right? You have to stick with it and actually measure it to know that if it's actually getting a return. Like you said, like, hey, we're up 23%. If a gym grows by any business by 30% every year, like, that's insane growth, right? So I think that's something just for people to really take home, is like, you have to invest in your business, your education, and expertise to actually grow a thriving business.
Yeah. And if you, over the years, all the things I've quoted, I didn't waste money. It was a lesson learned. Like, hey, I tried that, it didn't work this time. Maybe it was just a timing thing. So if I tried it then and you tried it now, maybe it'll work. Or, hey, maybe I tailor it to what my vision is for the gym. So it's not wasting. It's just a lesson learned. If it didn't work, it didn't work. You can't be like, oh, well, I already tried that. It's like when people say, oh, I tried CrossFit, I got hurt. Well, I didn't get results. Okay, well, how long do you do it? How was your eating? How was your sleeping? What was the certifications and the education level at that gym, right? Those are all factors that people leave out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I believe that one of the biggest things that we as a sort of affiliate community have to do better is think more long term with our businesses, right? Because, like, we've been able to work with some franchises and stuff, and CrossFit is not a franchise. I get that. But the business side of it, like, these owners of franchises, for the most part, they're no different than us, right? There are some some owners that own franchises, like they come into it knowing they're going to own 25 franchises and they're going to sell off trying to create a portfolio. But most of these guys and girls, 1 or 2 units tops, and they're trying to grow. And they're thinking long-term from the beginning. Like we see so many of these franchises out of the gate. They're like, okay, I need to have a, 3 or 4 month pre-opening marketing budget. Then I need to think about, what it's going to look like 6 to 12 months marketing. And so they're just thinking more long-term. That's why some of these gyms, open up with 100, 200 members. And then, or a year later, they have 250 members. And I'm just like, man, they're not doing anything really better than us. It's just their mindset is different around this thing. A lot of us opening our gyms, me included, like I started in a park and then I took it to my garage and then I took it to a small space and then I sort of grew into what I had. But I tell people, I don't know if I would have the same success that I had way back in the day when I opened the gym in my garage. I feel like it's just too many options now. Like it's just too many options.
Yeah. So
because I remember. Go ahead. Because I remember when I'm trying to think, what was that? Probably around 2011. Probably around 2011 when I was in my garage and like people still did. There was only 2 CrossFit gyms in town. One was all the way on the other side of town. So people would call me, and then I would tell them where the college, give them my address. I didn't tell them it was in my garage. And they were like, "I think I'm lost. I'm in a neighborhood." I'm like, you're in the right spot. Keep coming back. And I'm standing out there. Of course, some people didn't like it, but many people, they didn't care. Like once they met me and we talked about, they were just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Yeah. Especially from back in the day, from that time frame, it was open your door. That's what we did. Open the door and just sat back. There was no Instagram. There was no mentorship. There wasn't any of that, but you got to evolve with the times and be in front of people. People are so connected to their phones, so always got to be out in front and to be on the forefront. So when they are ready to make that leap, you're the local expert. That, especially right after COVID, man, like 45's opened up, Eat the Frog, all these different franchises opened up. A lot of them has closed since, but now you're competing with them, but they're putting money behind that marketing.
Yeah, I think that's one big thing too. Like I said, you were getting 12 signups before, and you're in it's not like North Naples. It's just like a small rural town, right? Like you're in a big area, but like to literally over 100% sign up growth is insane for a competitive market. So you guys are doing something right, and I think there's a lot of validity to just saying how much marketing just gets your name out there. Even a gym that is successful, how much more successful you can be, especially if you have the right systems and processes on the back.
Yeah, when we got with you guys, we hired a local videographer who's done amazing content. Been $2,000 on just that alone. So my numbers, forgot to add that to my other number, how much we spent a month, an extra $2,000 on just that. But the quality and the that we're putting out, it's in my opinion the best in the area, and that's our goal.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing that we always talk about too, right? Is like people are going to see your ad, and then they're going to go to your Instagram, they're going to go to your Facebook, and if you have really not quality or it doesn't look like it's a good time, everything's, and that's probably why you're so successful, is that like not only do you have a marketing piece, everything is working together now. And because like if you came to me and you're like, hey man, what should I do? And I'm like, just keep doing more of what you're doing. Like it's not broke. Like I think that's one of the huge thing we see with gym owners. What's the next shiny thing? I got to go do something. It's like, dude, just keep doing what you're doing till you can't do any more of it.
Yeah. If you're, +3 at minimum every month, and we've been doing a little bit higher than that, how much at the end of the year you're going to exponentially grow? But we're become a society of just instant gratification. We want this. We couldn't handle an influx of, when going back to the New You challenge, we couldn't handle an influx of 100 people, because now it's going to diminish the quality of my current members. They're the most important to me. I want to, they trust me. I don't want to influx them with people that don't fit what we're trying to build here at North Naples CrossFit.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, all right, we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Yep. But Dario, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yep. What would you tell someone on the fence about working with Lasso, right? Someone's on the fifth. They've heard about us. They're like, oh, I don't, what would you tell them?
Just do it. What are you scared of? At least, I mean, like Nike, just do it. Trust the people that are their expert, and you guys are the expert in what you do. You guys are phenomenal. I trust you guys wholeheartedly. So if people that are on the fence, just try it and give it time to grow, right? You're going to anything little by little, chipping away. That's why I said just rip that Band-Aid off and do it. All
right. There we go, guys. From Dario, just do it like Nike. Maybe we'll get a Nike sponsorship off of this episode right here. Well, guys, as always, tell a friend to tune in, and we will chat with you guys next week. All right.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Gym Marketing Made Simple podcast with Blake Ruff and Sherman Merricks. We hope you enjoyed. We believe marketing should increase revenue and not waste money. So book your free call today. Head on over to lassoframework.com. That's lassoframework.com and find the right words, get more customers, and increase your revenue. We'll see you here next time.